It's springtime again in Kansas, and I'm at Randy Milligan's farm. On the hunt this morning is NWTF Hall of Fame'r Chris Parrish and our good buddy Brock Shelton. We're getting set up here because we heard some toms gobbling off in the distance this morning. Brock's going to set up the decoys here while we get settled in next to a tree, just to see if these gobblers will make their way up this power line cut towards our setup. It's been an age-old debate for years between elk hunters and turkey hunters about how elk hunting is similar to turkey hunting. Now that might raise the hackles on some people, but I figure there's no better to hang out with in the turkey woods than Chris and Brock and to try to find out some of these nuances between turkeys and elk. Within just a few minutes of calling, we had an unexpected guest show up to the decoy. With my attention focused off to the right, I didn't even see that sneaky coyote before the jig was up. So we had a bird gobbling on the roost this morning. He was gobbling on his own, and once he hit the ground, he kind of shut up. So
yeah, I heard, several way off, and then that one bird right here. I don't know if we could go up and around and hit that road and come back around and see what we might get. Yeah, we might get. He might be in that bottom somewhere strutting. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I ain't the first time I've been beat. I'll blame it on the coyote.
It's funny, people think, oh, well, I thought you said you're a good elk caller or a good turkey caller. I mean, arguably, Chris is one of the best in the world, if not the best turkey caller. And you didn't just magically bring him in.
Nah, it happens. We're at the peak time where they're henned up too. And a lot of times when they get like that, and as well as hens don't always make noise, cows don't always make noise, yep. And you know way more about elk hunting than I do. You may be, there may be 20 elk in that herd, and the bull's bugling and nobody else is making a sound,
right?
And that's the way this is. A lot of times those hens will get on the ground, everything's so low and under the breath that really you don't hear it. They're calling, but it's so low and under the breath you're not close enough to hear it. There's no question. Turkeys, when they're fired up, they fly down and they don't have a hen with them and they're looking for a hen. They're going to gobble and try to attract the hen. He hit the ground, gobbled 2 times, and never said another word. No question he's got hens. Now, I expected them to work their way out, come out into this, and then work their way up towards the clover field. But, they may have went down in that bottom, so I think our best bet, Dirk, is just go up and hit that old road, like we took last year. Remember, we walked that road around and just kind of make a loop in there and call. And even if, if we strike him or another turkey, and they're still henned up, maybe we can get ourselves in the game and we can wait around and play games with them long enough that somebody will break and do something. Because, you know, we're early. I mean, they're in their middle of doing their thing right now. So you give them a couple hours and things can change. Well, you know, you've dealt with it with elk. I mean,
yeah.
you know, you lay in there around them for a while and pretty soon somebody makes a mistake. So, hey, we got 3 days and the weather's going to get way better than it is now. So,
Oh, yeah. I think the kind of like the overall consensus is, though, you got to trust the process, right? You know, same with elk hunting. People get frustrated. They're like, oh man, I must suck at calling or whatever, and then they call a little bit and then they just go home, or they just kind of put the calls down and just kind of walk around. But you know what, we're going to trust the process. We're going to continue to call throughout the day until we get one going.
Yeah.
And we do the same thing elk hunting. So.
You never give up. I mean, all it takes is 5 seconds. 5 seconds in the right frame of mind, and it all changes, you know.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, we could have sat here and then 3 or 4 of them come in silently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that happens, you know. But, you know, on days like this, slowly easing through, doing some calling, you might strike one. If not, if you do hear one and, you know, you can get in a little bit of position, even if they shut up and get quiet, just sitting around, doing a little bit of soft stuff and kind of figuring things out. The one, you're not spooking them. They're still there and you're in the game. And all you can ask for is get in the game. At that point, there's a little bit of luck involved, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how good you are, there's a little bit of luck involved.
Yep.
Big man's going to decide whether or not you're going to kill it or not. That's the way I look at it.
Yep, exactly.
Who's he coming to us, you think?
You know what? You guys could get side by side right there. I can slip right over here. I took that freaking decoy out right here. Real quick. But about 150 yards away.
Sound like he got closer.
Yeah, and then it kind of went
He's
back.
faded out. I think those hens turned me around.
just feel like that she left him, you know. Think about it. But I'm scared to go that way now, because if they're not too far in there, we're gonna wind up getting seen.
I feel like if I could get almost even with that tree there,
That's what I was thinking. That's what I thought this.
I could set up and be good.
Yeah, I think you could. I think you could. Just ease up there.
Well, we got up next to this field here. There was a hen out in the field already, so we thought that gobbler and the rest of those hens may follow suit, but she kind of fed off and went across the field over there into the dip and out of sight. We snuck up here pretty close and got set up and never did hear anything else. So
2 empty shotgun shells right where we were going to set up.
right where you told us to go.
I mean, what's the deal? And they're fresh. It's not like they've been there a while.
No rust.
In fact, I could even smell gunpowder on one of them.
Yeah. I think we got set up.
Whatever. I think we got set up all right. We got set up by the turkeys.
Yeah.
I think that dude had hens with him. I don't think this hen was a part of that group. If she was, she's already been bred and come out, and she's going to a nest over here somewhere.
Yeah.
There's no question you could sit right there in that corner and kill him, or kill a turkey sometime today. Just whether you have the patience enough to do it.
Or can stay awake that long.
Well, that would be my problem.
Yeah, I get a little drowsy.
They'll wake you up. Dirk. He's been holding back something anyway the whole morning. I know.
Yeah,
it has.
he's got.
Rock's always got something up his sleeve.
I don't. It's been a weird year.
Well, we took a little break, had some coffee, and swapped a few tails, and now we've relocated to a different spot. It rained like a bugger when we were having our coffee break, and that's kind of quit, so that might just be all what we need to get a big old tom going.
Yeah, well, this front's moving through. I mean, it's not like we might not see another squall come through, but it seems like it's wanting to kind of break up a little bit. I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah.
I know tomorrow's supposed to be nice, supposed to clear out tonight, but we got a big tract of land here, Dirk. It's this right here, this initial right here is like 723 acres, and then on the backside over there, what we call the X, is about another, I don't know, close to 800 acres. So there's about, 1,500, 1,600 acres here lays in one spot. So It's big. There's a lot of timber. There's a lot of little openings. Just a lot of area to cover. So I think it looked, and you can smell it. They burned off over here in these woods and in this area over here. So I think we'll go down and start in that burn area and just kind of ease through there. Turkeys love that fresh burn. They get out there and scratch that, any fresh new stuff coming up, and then the bugs get out there, you know, after the burn, and they like to scratch those bugs. So we'll start there and we'll work our way down. There's no log road, goes across the dam of a lake and then goes back up into a bunch of hardwoods and some open stuff, and just kind of make a big loop and just see if we can't strike somebody up that wants to play the game.
Perfect. So as Chris and I were covering country looking for a gobble, it started to feel more and more like an elk hunt. He's covered in mud, like he's been burrowed down in the mud. This rain brought him out or something. Pretty cute. While elk hunting, I typically keep moving through the landscape, calling and looking for a reply. Sometimes I stop and set up where the terrain looks just right and I've seen a lot of elk sign. I'll then set up for some cold calling, hoping a bull will creep in. This is the same exact thing we're doing right here while looking for a gobbler.
We'll call out in there and see what we can do, and then we'll work over to the fence, across the fence, which is called the X. And we'll work our way around and we'll come back, and it'll be a long trek, but you know, we get one killed, it'll be even a longer trek. But let's kill 2 25-pounders and we'll complain about it on the way out.
Yeah, we'll call in reinforcements.
There you go.
I mean, we can quarter them up.
Well, we'll call in Randy. He can bring the little buggy down and pick us up and drive us out.
Yeah, there we go.
So we got 2 big ones down. We can't carry them out.
Yeah, yeah. Bring your pack frames.
Bring your pack frames. And your knives.
And your knives. I didn't bring a knife. I got some.
Probably.
He looked pretty good, yeah.
Maybe a 3.5-year-old. Probably died of. Well, no, he died after the rut. Or you know, it wasn't EHD that killed him, unless it was a late EHD, because you see where it's been rubbed a little bit. Correlation's not as sharp as it would be.
Look at that one brow tine, how it curls back.
Mm-hmm. Fish hook.
Yeah.
I never seen this deer. Huh. That doesn't surprise me. But I'm gonna make a prediction here. I've never found a shed or a rack during a day that we didn't kill a turkey. So if we don't kill a turkey today, this will be the first.
Oh. So you normally find a shed or a rack,
yeah,
and then on the same day that you kill a turkey.
I've always wound up killing a turkey if I find something like that.
So it's an omen.
Or somebody does.
It's an omen, basically.
It is. Yeah. Huh. What we need to do actually is find about 300 mushrooms and then not tell Randy anything.
Yeah. All right, we had a little lunch, came back to the hacienda, had a little BS time with the other guys, and now we're gonna head back out and try to find that old Tom that gave us a slip this morning. It's funny, after we left that Tom, it rained for a while after it quit raining, and then that Tom came into the game camera up here. There's Randy's got a game camera that'll send him a message on his phone.
Yeah.
And
we were somewhere else.
About 10:30 or so.
Yeah, we'd already walked about 3 miles by then.
Yeah. Then he gets a message, a big old Tom up here, probably that one we've been chasing. So anyway, we're heading back down there and see if we can find him. Maybe he'll just, dumb luck, and have him come walking right by us.
Well, we know that he's been roosting one side or the other of that power line and down and low with this wind. I figure we'll get in there pretty close to where maybe, he was roosting this morning. Just kind of set up and see what happens. I mean, hey, I don't expect anything to do much gobbling really with the way the wind is, the way the weather's been.
Yeah.
But I'm going to not expect it, and then maybe we'll be really surprised.
There we go.
So
That's all you can have.
give it a shot.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a wrap for tonight. Got our butts kicked.
Yeah.
Had a couple jakes come by, and a hen kind of milled around three different times out in the field here.
I think it's the same hen too, to be honest with you. Yeah. Well, and we got to go run pick up food. Everybody else gets to hunt till dark.
Yeah.
So we got to be the guinea pig. So
Yeah.
Randy, kudos to you, man. Just kidding.
Believe me, we could probably even put it in the oven.
Huh?
We could probably put it in the oven. Or is it cooked already?
We got to go pick it up. It's cooked.
Oh,
already.
it is.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
didn't know
it's
if we-
ready.
Is it take and bake?
No,
Okay.
it's pre-done. We don't have
Okay.
to do much.
Oh wow. We'll just eat it.
Yeah.
Hope
Yeah.
there's some left for them.
Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, we'll try again in the morning.
Well, I mean, we didn't have the best weather day, even though it wasn't bad. Just kind of an easterly wind, cloud cover, sun, wind, cloud cover, sun. They were milling around and stuff, but they just weren't really talking much. I mean, not here. Now they're having some turkeys gobble a little bit better, but we know they're here, and we've got several good days, coming in a row. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's Kansas. It's a turkey target-rich environment, so we'll get it done.
Basically turkey mecca.
It's a turkey mecca. It really is, and I'll be honest with you, it's probably not what it was 10 years ago, but no place on God's green earth is what it was 10 years ago,
Right.
just because of everything that's gone on. So, but it's still, there's a lot of turkeys, and in fact, there's one just walked out right there, and I'm not kidding.
Like close?
200 yards.
Oh, okay.
It just walked back in the woods. I don't know what it was, but I saw it walk out and walk back in the woods. So there you go. To my
Nope.
point.
Yep. Nope. I'm gone.
Yeah. How you doing? We'll see you tomorrow. But speaking to Randy, he said they've been seeing 3 gobblers over here across the road in front of the house.
Yeah.
And so we may slip over there in the morning, just depending, what we feel when we get up,
Yeah.
what the weather's doing.
At least test it and see if we can hear them
I
talking.
always feel like we got enough property around here to hunt. There's no reason to burn anything out.
Yeah.
You just might as well switch around. Pretty soon you'll find a turkey that's ready to do his thing, and he'll pay the piper.
Yep.
So
Sounds good. Well,
let's go get some food and get it figured out. All right.
Well, we got up bright and early this morning, gonna go out, and we checked the radar, the weather radar, and a huge storm was about to roll in, so we didn't go out. We went and had breakfast and then kind of laid low and tried to take a nap and let the storm pass. And it looks like we got clear skies coming, so it's time to go.
How'd that nap work out for you, Dirk?
Not very good. I just laid there and thought about stuff.
Yeah, isn't that the funniest thing? You think you can just pass out, and I checked emails.
Yeah, I'm
like an
tired.
idiot. I am too.
I'm tired. We're operating on low sleep every night, and I'm tired, but I couldn't couldn't nap.
Let's go get this over with by about 10:30, and come back and
Get a real
pictures and get a real nap. Yeah.
nap. Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll drive over there a little bit later and spook all their turkeys, and then come back and have a good time.
Yeah. We'll show them our turkey beards too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show them what they look like.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Let's not brag too much before we get this started.
After a few minutes of calling, another coyote comes in to check out our decoys.
That's so sad. Predator control is so important for your turkeys. And this is what happens to, well, I mean, you're just looking. We saw some up there, so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 eggs here. Yeah. That's just a shame. 17. Huh. Well, coon control. Yeah. Let's go see if we can make something happen.
over here at Brock's place. He said he knows of a couple gobblers been coming in to his camera there and got him on his camera, showed us some pictures. He's like, you guys should go up in there and try to call one of those things in. So we're gonna go sit down up here by this food plot, do some calling, and see what shows up. Maybe Mr. Longbeard himself will show.
I hope so. You know, we haven't had the best of weather. It's windy as heck, but
It's pretty
we're kind of in
windy,
this
too.
bottom. You know, the turkeys have been frequenting it like daily, so with that being the case, you know, even if they don't respond, there's a good chance, you know, we'll have somebody show up and have some players.
Yeah.
Maybe we can double and sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Then just down to Randy.
Yeah,
that
just
point.
Randy. We'll do our work and he can just go out and kill his own turkey.
I'm all for it.
That's good. I am too.
Get to him. Yeah. Let's see what we got here on the spurs. Oh, yeah, we got 1 1/8. Nice turkey. Boy, he didn't like that. I think he got just about where he could see through that stuff and see that Jake and that hen, and he just did not like it. Well, there was like, what, 3, maybe 4 Jakes. We had 3 hens. Finally, this Tom came in, and it worked.
Yeah.
We're good. He's got about 1 1/8 spurs on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure does. Yeah, he's got pretty good set of spurs on him. Yeah, he's a beautiful bird. There you go.
Oh, wow. Holy
Look
cow.
at how sharp they are.
They're sharp as can be. Wow.
Razor sharp. Whew. Razor sharp.
Man.
You know, that turkey was a little further than you like them, but testament to good choke, good shooting shotguns, good shot. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you probably never killed that turkey.
Oh, yeah.
And if you did, it'd been luck.
Just been dumb luck.
Dumb
yeah.
luck. You know, because
Yeah.
I asked you, you think you can kill him? And he was about done.
Yeah.
You know, you could tell he was like, I don't like what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how they do that, but you can read their body language pretty
Yep.
quick.
Man, that's pretty.
He is.
All those colors.
Yep. Boy, his old head was just red and blue and just gorgeous
Yeah.
coming through there,
Shit,
you know.
Yeah. He'd fan out
Yeah,
and just
beautiful
like,
tail
wow.
fan too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just got a lot of color to that tail fan. Little chocolate secondaries and thirds.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty. I love it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Wow, we needed to get something done. We've been struggling.
Yeah.
I was looking at my phone about the same time you said, I see a gobbler down to the right, because I was kind of stuck. I couldn't see
Yeah.
past that little nook right there, you
Yeah.
know. And I wonder, that one hen, you know, when she bumped out earlier,
Uh-huh.
she bumped out and then she acted like she got pushed out of the woods, kind of,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And she turned around, she kept looking back in the woods, and I thought, well, we're gonna have a turkey come out any second now, and nothing. And I'm just wondering if he was with them, they turned and went back in, they followed him around, they got away from him, he turned around and come back to check out what the column was all about. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Who knows?
Probably.
I'll never know. And he'll never be able to tell us
He won't
now.
be able to tell us now. No. I was right before I seen him, I was just gonna start talking to you about how I said, you know, I wonder why these turkeys are so quiet some of these days. Why are they so quiet?
Mhm.
And you know, like I said before, some people get mad when you say turkey hunting is like elk hunting, but there's a lot of similarities. There's days elk hunting. One day they're on fire, the next day it's a ghost town. They're there, they hear you,
Yeah.
but they're not talking for
Yep.
whatever reason. And you can
Yep.
be super close and they won't talk. Sometimes they won't even come look.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Yep. I think with turkeys, and this is just from, you know, 45 years of experience, they're like bass. If people fish, they understand how barometric pressure affects the bite.
mhm.
And I don't know as barometric pressure affects whitetails as bad. I mean, it affects them, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. Good high pressure days, they're rolling, you know, during the rut. I don't care if it's low pressure or high pressure with turkeys. What bothers them is constant change in pressure.
Right.
Right. So you start out the morning at, let's say, 29.5, rainy, storming, like we had this morning.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, and it's probably not but like 29.8 or 29.9 now.
Yep.
Well, it's changed.
Yep.
And there was a period of time this morning when it kind of broke that they gobbled a little bit,
Mhm.
and then they shut it back down again
Mhm.
because there's fronts coming back in again
Right.
tonight, and the pressure's starting to drop again.
Mhm.
If you get low pressure and it stays steady low pressure, it seems good.
Yeah.
If it's high pressure and it stays steady high pressure, it seems pretty good. Although I will say, I can't tell you how many times I've had turkeys one morning, there could be 10 turkeys roosted around here gobbling their brains out. And the next morning, like you say with elk, there's no, you
Goes
would
down.
think there was a turkey in sight, and you
Right.
know good and well they're there. Doing what we've been doing the last 2 days because of that, setting around, basically what I call deer hunting turkeys. You're blind calling. You're sitting around where you know turkeys have frequented likely areas,
Yep.
and you're just sitting around and waiting for somebody to make a mistake. And unfortunately, and fortunately for us, he decided to come check out the calling.
Yep.
He was interested. He just didn't want to give his location away.
Yeah. And I've seen the same stuff with elk too. You know, that like 12 hours before a big storm rolls in, bam, it'll turn them on.
Yeah,
As soon as the storm hits, turns them off
yeah,
for sometimes 24 hours until things kind of, like you say, the barometric pressure stabilizes,
Yep.
and then they get going again.
right.
And I think it has a lot to do with that barometric pressure.
Yeah.
I think if we start keeping notes, really good notes,
Yeah.
as far as barometric pressure readings on the days where elk are hot and when they're not and when it changes.
You'd sleep
I
in
bet-
longer, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you probably would.
If you're an elk hunter who've never hunted turkeys, vice versa, you should definitely make it a point to chase some gobblers someday. I promise you, you may find they aren't so different in the way they act when we're trying to call them in.
Well, my good buddy Ron Hewitt, when I was turkey hunting with him in Oregon, made me a little turkey carrier, because these things are kind of a pain in the butt to carry. They're kind of heavy and kind of a little bit uncomfortable. Their knees bend a little bit, but not exactly the right spot. So anyway, Ron built me a cool little carrier hook on this thing. So see if I can do it right here. Imagine just like that,
Looks like a charm.
and like this. Oh, that's way better.
Isn't that something?
That's way better.
Here, grab it for a second. I want to show you. Remember those deer frost earlier?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good foot right there.
That's a big buck.
But he don't kill gobblers away.
Ron, I'm just here to tell you, maybe the Oregon gobblers aren't quite as heavy as this one. Dang, it broke. We'll have to get some heavier duty leather to tie that guy on.
Yeah, I'll put some cord in it.
Cordage,
Oh,
yeah.
That was going to be the softball. That right there is what that was.